Back on TYT Sports, Jason Francis and Morgan Urtso here to break down the Super Bowl prop bets, but not the prop bets that you can just go on to Bovada and find in terms of how many yards Cam will throw for, or how many touchdowns Peyton Manning will score. These are the fun prop bets. Thanks to a few different websites, SB Nation, Mashable, put together about 10, 11, 12 of everything breaking down from Beyonce to Left Shark to even Right Shark and the President of the United States. We're getting to all of them. You excited, Francis?
I would love the Right
Your
Shark
adopted
to come
holiday?
Back. No, it's not my adopted. My adopted holiday is Thanksgiving, simply because of the food. But it is my adopted sports holiday.
Yeah, it's a great holiday. First of all, petition, send one to the White House. Monday should be a bank holiday.
Oh, of course.
After the Super Bowl.
For people who are all hungover.
Right. Regardless. Prop bet number 1 and 2, maybe. I think it's 1 and 2. Might just be number 1. We group these together by theme. Yes. So will the Golden Gate Bridge be shown during the broadcast? And will there be an earthquake during the game? So the odds for this, yes and no, pretty much even. I think there's an over-under also on the Golden Gate Bridge. Morgan Urtso, right off the bat. Number 1, number 2. What are you feeling?
The Golden Gate Bridge will be shown like 30 times.
Yeah, that's surely true.
The flyover?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Although it is.
I mean, come on. And it's so many commercial breaks during the Super Bowl. Yeah, easily. Every single time in and out, Golden Gate Bridge.
The stadium is like 40 miles south, so I feel like they're going to have all these aerial shots of San Francisco and like, where's the stadium? Oh, we have no idea.
Right, that's
Yeah,
exactly what they'll do.
The poor guy that's going to have the job of being the helicopter flying across the Golden Gate Bridge. He's like, I want to watch the game. And he's like, no, you're just going to have to circle the Golden Gate
You
Bridge.
put it on autopilot
Conditionally
and watch it on your phone.
Just instead of getting a nice aerial view of the game, he just sits there like that. By the bridge.
So on to the earthquake, because this is one that I've been talking about for like 2 or 3 days now. Earthquakes happen in Los Angeles, not just Los Angeles, San Francisco, California. There was the Northridge earthquake in '94. I really hope something of that magnitude doesn't happen at the Super Bowl. It would pretty much ruin it. But earthquakes happen daily. If you go into the LA Times, there's like they show like 3, 4, sometimes 6 of these tiny minuscule little earthquakes, like 0.01s and 0.1s. You don't feel them. You don't even realize they're happening. So if you could say, is there an earthquake going to happen in the game? Yes, science.
Sounds like easy money. I'm going to put money on it. I'm going to print off the Richter scale, and I'm going to walk into the place that I put the bet on and be like, there you have it. But you never said how big the earthquake had to be.
If they were like, has to be like a 5.0. Like,
Wow.
Hey,
Give it as a
what's
scale.
the movie with The Rock?
Oh, San Andreas?
San Andreas.
Awful movie.
What are you talking about?
That was guff.
It's a great documentary narrated by The Rock. It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
That was guff.
Morgan, and on the earthquake, I think you're going to lean yes.
Yeah, I mean, I would say yes. What's the, is there like a minimum Richter scale registration?
Not that I've found as of yet.
Sounds like easy money to me.
Yeah.
I mean, then hell yeah. I mean, okay, so what are say it's like minimum 5 on the Richter scale, what are the odds on this? Because they have to be terrible, so why not throw $20 on it and get rich?
Oh, that's true. If you put like a small amount, because the odds of yes. Yeah, 5.0 would be like legitimately felt. That would do some damage.
Right.
It would be good to make money, but let's just hope that's not.
I wonder how that happens in the Super Bowl. Like if like Peyton throws a ball in the air, like earthquake happens, and like it just shifts a defender off his balance.
Poor Joe. Or with like Cam Newton has an unbelievable touchdown partnered with an even better dab, that throws the Richter scale right off. Yeah. A dab could throw the Richter scale.
The dab causes an earthquake?
Bam.
We're going to get to dabs in a second. We might get to dabs right now. I think the second prop bet card has to deal with Cameron Newton of the Carolina Panthers. Jacory, let's see it. How many times will dab or dabbing be said by announcers during the broadcast? Over under 2. How many times will Cam Newton do the Superman motion during the game? Over under 2.5.
All right. Well, you got to take dab in retrospect with how many times you imagine someone dabbing, right? So Cam Newton, as you told me, I assume that he's going to dab every time he either throws for a touchdown or scores a touchdown. But also you told me that on occasion he'll dab when he gets a first down.
Yeah, if he has a good run.
So we got to take that into, like, we got to break it down on how well we think Cam Newton's going to play, which I think he's going to have a great game. I'm thinking at least 7 or 8 dabs are going to actually happen. Therefore, the commentator,
a lot of dabs.
I think, is going to maybe be in around 8 or 9 dabs. He'll throw one at the start. He'll throw up a horrible example of him and his co-host dabbing, and then he'll talk about Cam Newton dabbing. What do you think, Morgan?
I'm going over. I'm going way over, especially because they like to talk about stupid stuff when there's nothing going on. And I've seen so many articles recently, like breaking down the dab. And it's a huge thing now, and they're gonna talk about it all the time. They think they're cool.
There's gonna be at least, I would say 2 or 3 commercials that are going to have dabbing in it as well.
Yeah, I
There's
can.
no doubt. So that has to count.
That's a lot of commercials, man. If they, I mean, I'd say
dabbing is
one
everywhere.
commercial with a dab.
Do you see the dab behind Hillary Clinton when she was talking?
That's one of the better dabs.
Amazing.
There's also the Obama dab. There's a lot of dabs. There's Squid dab. That's
Yeah,
my
I know
favorite.
that's your personal favorite.
Squidward dab.
Squidward dab.
All right, we move forward to Lady Gaga because one of the most popular prop bets of every single Super Bowl is how long the national anthem will last. For Lady Gaga, I believe it's over or under 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Ja'Cory, let's see the card. Yes, over under 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Equally shitty odds, regardless what you pick. People don't realize that 2 minutes and 20 seconds is not that long of a time to sing, especially when there's that much pressure and the national stage, hundreds of millions of viewers, or about 100 million viewers. I think she goes over. Because if you take your time through it, you're talking like a 4-minute national anthem. But I could be wrong.
I mean, I'm no singing expert. I just know that Gaga can hold a note.
Yeah.
So that last landed free, where people will often crucify it or take it to the next level. I fancy Gaga to take it to the next level. Yeah. She's very good. She's got a great, listen to this, I've been watching X Factor. She's got a great a cappella range. And I could see her really taking this to the wild. I'm going to go for over.
You've been watching the what?
X Factor, American Idol, all that
The
stuff.
voice is better, but that's okay. Morgan, over under.
She does a lot of vocal runs.
Oh, see, she knows her music.
See, Morgan knows.
She knows.
Yeah, I like to pretend I can sing, so.
I want to hear one time. Oh, yeah, I remember you told us that before, that she can sing when she was on the show. Mm-hmm. That was in between. She said you had good dad style.
I can rap. I can't sing.
Oh, you can rap?
Will you rap the national
Will you rap the national anthem for us so it makes it bearable for me to listen to after I have to listen to it?
If she goes under 2 minutes and 20 seconds, I will rap the national anthem for you.
Oh, I'm happy with that.
Put it in the books.
Yeah, put it down.
We have the greatest national anthem.
I know, but it doesn't mean I need to listen to it every time I go. Like I go to order a burger. Hold on, can you stand and raise your caps for the national anthem? Just like every 5 minutes, everything you guys do is for the national anthem. I get it. It's a good national anthem.
All right, from Lady Gaga to another performer that will be joining Coldplay will be Beyonce. I believe she's the real queen bee. Just for the record. Sorry, Lil' Kim. What will Beyonce's footwear color be during the halftime show? Morgan, I know nothing about fashion, whether it be men's or women's. So help me out here. What do you think Beyonce... Francis can help you out, too, because he knows everything about
notoriously shop for women's shoes.
I'm going to go with the field and say other, just because I guess odds. Maybe she throws on some pink. I have no idea. What are you feeling?
I feel like she typically goes with, like, black, gold.
I was going to say gold, yeah.
Yeah, gold. I think my initial gut instinct was black, but she's anything but typical, so I'm going to say gold.
I think she's going to go with the whole gold side of it, the trophy, matching the trophy. She's going to go with a nice flashy pair. So you got to think about, Jason, it's not just about fashion. It's about matching with what's at stake. The Super Bowl's at stake, she's going to be gold. But as for the next question...
Coldplay is a lot of, like, blue and red and pink colors.
What does that mean?
Like, if you ever see, like, their set,
you talking
like,
about
his
Chris
piano.
Martin's face when it gets cold?
It's not even going to be that cold. Like,
no, but he's English.
55 degrees. He's English, so he's automatically cold.
He's automatically going to get red face.
Francis, cleavage, yes or no for Beyonce?
I mean, in just the hope of it happens, yes, cleavage.
Yeah, yes. Morgan?
I feel like 2 of my 3 appearances on this show, we've talked about boobs.
I don't see the problem with that.
We talked about Katy Perry's, I believe.
You would. I don't think anyone sees a problem with that. But I don't know. Beyonce... I could see her wearing like a high neck bodysuit with her booty out.
Like a J-Lo bodysuit that she wore that one time?
Is booty cleavage a thing?
With Beyonce, it is.
It is a thing. All right, so if that counts, we're going yes. One of the best trending prop bets is will Left Shark appear in the halftime show?
Please do. But it's left shark when you're facing the screen, but it's actually right shark, I believe, right?
It's left shark when you're watching it. But that's why it got the name Left Shark, because no one's being like, oh, it's stage right shark.
Stage right shark.
Hey, stage right shark, can you come out? I only go with
Ja'Cory, roll the B-roll, please. We have of Left Shark. It's a video, but it's got no sound, and we just want to get a nice little reminder of how great Left Shark is.
Oh, there it is.
Just absolutely no rhythm.
Well, this brings us back to last year, Morgan. Do you remember we were talking about the prop baits last year, and Jason, who's an avid Katy Perry fan, thought he figured out her full runner show. He was saying she's going to open with fireworks.
I had the rundown.
He knew it.
She's going to open with fireworks. She's going to end with what? And it didn't happen. We knew she was going to open with Raw, and then she was going to end with fireworks. So what do you think? Do you see the Left Shark making a rare appearance? Well, not a rare appearance because it's been everywhere since that. But do you think you see the shark coming ashore?
I don't think so.
No.
Especially when it's Beyonce. Like, she's not going to take anyone else's sloppy seconds.
Very true.
Yeah, I hope the palm trees on acid make a comeback, though. Those guys were awesome, too. There's palm trees smiling in the background. Like, this is definitely messed up. All right, so Buffalo Wild Wings, I think, has some form of sponsorship going around the entire globe if you want to get wings for the Super Bowl. This is a rather large number. How many wings will Buffalo Wild Wings sell on Super Bowl Sunday? Over under 12 million.
Well, you can think about half of that. It's going to come here to the TYT studio. We're getting buffalo wings, right?
We don't have a eating problem in America, do we, guys?
No.
12 million wings?
You guys are health conscious.
Can we send like 1 million of them over to like, kids who are starving?
Let's put forward a feel-good message. What would happen to us, me and you personally, just if we decided to walk around every Super Bowl house and replace the Wild Wings with like sticks of celery? No, come on, guys. Celery and rice.
12 million celery sticks to go around.
12 million
Morgan,
black
over under 12 million wings.
I was watching The Chew the other day, and they said that America consumes over 1 billion buffalo or wings on Super Bowl Sunday. So I'm going to go with, one of those
Billion, yeah.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Yeah, definitely over 12 million.
You seriously have a problem. The country has a problem.
Wrong with that.
Every holiday you guys have, right? I know most holidays are associated with food, but you guys take it to the next level, man. It's associated with all kinds of food.
Over under how many 12 million people getting diabetes on Super Bowl Sunday. We move forward to another quarterback who will be starting in the Super Bowl. That would be Peyton Manning. Will Peyton Manning announce his retirement during a post-game interview? Will Peyton Manning be seen crying during the broadcast?
Wow.
I say no to both of these.
Oh, wow. You think so?
I don't think I've seen a Manning cry.
No, I've seen Manning face.
Yeah, Manning face is, that's a popular one. But
I think the best bet is if you can hear Manning say the nationwide jingle whilst he's announcing his retirement.
do you know how much
Fuck this
Nationwide
shit,
would
I'm
pay him
going
for
out.
that? Forget that. He would drop an F-bomb.
Fuck this shit, I'm calling it quits.
Let's hear your Peyton
But
impression.
have you got a better Peyton than me, Morgan? I think you'll have a better
No,
Peyton than me.
go.
Please, let's hear it, Francis.
Where's he from again?
He said
Midwest?
Pythagoras.
Pythagoras. I'm calling this shit quits. I'm done with this.
What?
I think I'm off. I think I'm way off base. I can't do any. I can only do Valley Girl. I've told you this, guys,
Let's
a
hear
million
Valley
times.
Girl.
Oh my God, peppermint mocha? No way on the Super Bowl Sunday.
That's what you drank this
Ooh,
morning. I picked you up a peppermint mocha this morning.
That's why it's fresh in my head.
I got you. Morgan, what are your thoughts on Peyton?
No to both. And by the way, you've never seen a Manning cry, but Eli constantly looks like he's about to.
I know.
Yeah, that's true. But I think with this prop bet, there needs to be tears. Like no Sean Marino, like dripping down.
I mean, I don't think Peyton, absolutely, he won't cry. If a Manning's going to cry, it's going to be Eli.
Yeah.
Right, just during the broadcast. He's so happy. That would be really
True.
funny. This is an interesting one. This has to do with our country's political state.
Oh no.
Ja'Cory, run the card. Will Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, or
Yep.
Bernie Sanders be mentioned during the broadcast? I can't imagine no. Just I feel like at some point, it's Phil Simms doing the broadcast, isn't it? Phil and Jim Nance. So I just can imagine Phil Simms intermittently between, you see, that's a good play. I talk with Donald Trump about good plays. Like, I can see him just, for whatever reason, throwing that in there. Francis, yes, no. Morgan, yes, no.
I mean, for number one, Trump, yes, there's no doubt. Trump's going to find his way into this broadcast. Have we been told whether or not any of them have announced whether they're going to be there or whether they're going to have any talking points on it? Because at this point, any political coverage is great coverage, especially with Trump on the movement with him. He's going to post tweets about it. He's going to be very interactive. So my money's on Trump being mentioned first.
That's a great point. That's where I can see that getting mentioned when they go
As a
to,
tweet.
let's see, hashtag SB50 tweets from around like the celebrities around the world. I can imagine like Trump sneaking into one of those.
He won't sneak into it.
He'll
He'll
slip into the
bombard his way
DMs.
into it. It's a huge game.
He'll bull in a china shop himself.
Yeah.
I think that since this political season is so much more of a pop culture kind of feel than a political kind of feel, absolutely they're going to mention one, if not all three of those. I mean, maybe not Hillary, but definitely Bernie and Trump. They're like the cool to talk about like topics right now.
I agree. So my money's on Trump first. Bernie will sneak his way in there at one point, but I think Trump's going to take it. And by the way, just if you're curious, you need to check out TrumpDonald.com. We're giving this
.org.
.org to give this a selfless plug. Have you seen this, Morgan? It is. You're going to spend the next 3 hours of your time relentlessly doing this. It's where you simply have a massive trumpet. You get to go around the screen and press it to blow Donald Trump's toupee in the air.
Shut up.
I'm being deadly serious.
Morgan's like about to do it right now.
Yes.
I'm gonna do it.
We checked it yesterday after it was announced and it had like 14 million Trumps.
Yes, a lot of Trumps. We each pitched in about 1 million Trumps each. All right, so to finish off the prop bets, it goes down to Coldplay, which we all have our thoughts on Coldplay. We'll get to Morgan's, of course, as well as Francis has made his known. I've made mine known. Which song will Coldplay play first during the halftime show? Adventure of a Lifetime with the favorite at plus 200 kind of is fitting with the theme. Fix You plus 350. A Sky Full of Stars plus 450. Viva La Vida plus 500. Clocks plus 70. Plus 750. Head Full of Dreams at 10-1 and Paradise at 10-1. I mean, maybe they're not going to play like The Scientist. It would be kind of like too slow. But I wonder if that's like 50-1. Or Fight for Your Right to Party. They do a cover of.
They do?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like 100-1. That would be I think of all things, that would be an awesome song to do.
Okay, so what ones is Adventure of a Lifetime the one with Beyonce? I don't think they'll start with that. You can't start with your like showing all your cards. They're going to bring out Beyonce at one point
Tough one. Clocks
to
is
liven the
they
crowd.
don't have a great opener for a Super Bowl.
I think Sky Full of Stars will be a good one. I think they'll upbeat tempo of Sky Full of Stars.
Yeah, but here's the problem: is it's going to be daytime, so it's not really going to be a Sky Full of Stars.
Y'all, it's gonna be Viva La Vida.
You think Viva La Vida?
That's a guarantee?
I feel like 150 billion% it's gonna be Viva La Vida.
That's more. That's more than the amount of wings we're going to consume on Super Bowl Sunday.
That is a bold. Like, I mean, I even want to just go and put a bet on with how bold she is. Like, I could think completely opposite. I'm like, 150
I have
million
an inside source that says 150 billion%. The fix is in. It's Viva La Vida.
There's no other option.
I feel like that's the one. It just feels right in my soul. I feel it.
Well, she did call Katy Perry last year, so I'm definitely not taking your point, and I might go with that.
2 for 2. Morgan, what are your thoughts on Coldplay and Beyonce? When your rapid reaction when you first heard, you read on the internets or see it on the bottom line, Coldplay and Beyonce at the halftime show. What was your first thought?
I feel like I'm not a fan of either.
Oh my God.
I'm not a fan of any one they've had play in the Super Bowl recently, but everyone loves Beyonce. So I think she's going to put on a great show. She's a great performer. Coldplay, that's a little weird. They're great musicians, but slow. Like, I want to put them on my sleep playlist.
Right. What if you could pick one halftime show, who would you pick? For this year.
Future.
I think Kendrick would have been great.
I would have loved like Kendrick, J. Cole, and Drake, all three of them. I thought, even my hatred for Drake, like I'd have all three of them up there.
Yeah, I mean, trust me, right? I understand. Final point on this. I don't imagine Coldplay as being the best for a Super Bowl halftime show. You see the
Fetty Wap would have been good.
Fetty Wap would have been good. You see the people with the party like exterior. Katy Perry's good. Bruno Mars put on a phenomenal show.
Was good last year.
But Coldplay, I appreciate their music. I appreciate the lyrics. I appreciate their sound. That, for me, doesn't stand out as Super Bowl, but nonetheless, they're still great.
Would you say you appreciate the speed of their sound?
I mean, it's always going to it always takes me back to significant moments in my life. They're very good at doing that. Let's not get soppy.
All right, Morgan, thanks so much for joining us for the Super Bowl prop bets clip. Make sure to follow Morgan at Morgan Urtso on Twitter and on Instagram, and the website She Speaks Sports. It is under construction, but hopefully not for long. She'll be getting back to the football. It's not just football; it's all sports, correct?
It's all sports, but football's my thing, so I dabble in others.
Nice, very nice.
She gets it. She dabbles.
She dabbles.
That's
Will you give us a dab? Will you give us one dab to go? We've all done it on the show before.
Yes!
You get a dab. We even got Ben Menk to dab last time.
Yeah, the dabs are rounded up. I'm sure that's another question, is how many dabs will TYT do on our live stream?
I'm going to dab about 4 or 5 times.
But when we get drunker, me and you're going to
dab about 40 or 50 times.
I'm going to dab off.
Be dabbing. I'm done.
I didn't know what you were going to say.
Like, favorite, and subscribe to the clip. Make sure to comment below with your favorite Super Bowl prop bet. And, of course, let us know what Coldplay song they will open with. If you are right, Francis will send you a personal tweet.
I thought you were going to say a bow tie, and I'm like, I'm not giving away another bow tie.
I'm auctioning off your bow tie. If you don't think, I'll replace it, but I'll auction it off.
And also, last point, Super Bowl link.
Super Bowl link. TYTnetwork.com/live. Watch us. Watch the Super Bowl. You get to hang with us. We're going to be doing contests, all that good stuff. It's in the description. I've been talking for like 20 minutes. We got to go. We're out of time.
We're out.
We'll see you Sunday.